Hello, and thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Jurnee Taylor.
And I am Hoyt. The crackdown on illegal immigration leading to a crackdown on an entire industry. We're talking about truck driving schools. Thousands of CDL training programs have been shut down, including some here in Arkansas.
Yeah, it started all after a high-profile crash involving undocumented drivers who didn't appear to recognize road signs or traffic laws. THV11's Maya Ellison shows us how leaders of this vital industry are responding in the natural state.
A national crackdown by the U.S. Department of Transportation led to the closure of over 500 of what they call sham CDL training schools. The news, shared in February by U.S. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy, brought renewed attention to qualification errors and improper training.
They're called CDL mills, and basically you pay some money and you might be behind the wheel for a day or two, and they'll test you and say, okay, you're a driver, and go. I don't personally believe that you can do that in a few days.
Dale Clancy, instructor at University of Arkansas Pulaski County Technical College, says proper training is extensive. Students go through about 8 weeks of Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration approved courses.
We do backing, parallel parking, we go out in the road, do turns and all of that, and space management and visual search and all of that.
Now, compared to a CDL mill course, he says there is no comparison.
And that's probably why there's so many accidents every year with trucks and trains.
In Arkansas, FMCSA lists hundreds of training locations, some of which receive notices of proposed removal from the agency for failing to meet basic safety standards.
You hear that all the time, but it's kind of difficult for people to get their license, but if you're paying for it, it's wrong.
Juan Gonzalez has been driving for more than 30 years. Both he and Clancy share the same concern. Training should never come at the expense of safety or proper qualifications behind the wheel.
They made these regulations for a reason, and it's for safety, public safety, as well as your own personal safety. And there are so many things that if you don't do a proper pre-trip that could kill you or someone else.
In Little Rock, Maya Ellison, THV 11 News.
All right, Maya, thank you. We also learned from that same DOT press release that 300 investigators carried out more than 1,400 sting operations across the whole country.
Yeah, we also reached out to the Arkansas Trucking Association for comment, and we're still waiting to hear back. Let's stay on the roads as the war in Iran continues to push gas prices higher.
And once again, the president is saying that the war could be over soon. The White House says the latest framework to end the conflict is in Tehran's hands right now. In the meantime, while we deal with those prices, Circle K is offering you a chance to get cheaper gas. The chain's running a special sale today with 40 cents off per gallon at participating locations.
But you have to hurry. Take your time, though. The promotion ends at 7. We got the link to find the closest Circle K to you right now on our website. That's THV11.com.
It has been a perfect Thursday here in Central Arkansas. Really pleasant conditions with lots of sunshine and comfortable temperatures. Numbers out there right now, upper 60s to low 70s. Here's visible satellite. Primarily lots of sunshine in North Arkansas. Some high clouds mixed in with that sun. Could make for a nice sunset if you look off to the western horizon and take a picture. Make sure to send it in our direction, 501-376-1111. Out there this evening, numbers will go from the 60s eventually into the 50s as we go into the late overnight hours. Then we'll begin your Friday into the upper 40s to lower 50s across the region, maybe 43 in Clinton. Low 50s into South Arkansas. Friday, we'll close out the work week with a mixture of sun and some high clouds, especially into South Arkansas. But it's going to be a warmer day. Highs topping out into the mid to upper 70s, maybe a few 80s showing up on the board. 20% chance there could be a few showers down into extreme South Arkansas and also maybe Northwest Arkansas right around sunset. Here's future radar showing a few splotches of green into South Arkansas and then a few spotty storms trying to make their way in here from northeast Oklahoma. As we go into the weekend, Central Arkansas, we do have the potential of scattered showers and storms on Mother's Day. I'll have more on that forecast coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. Well, 8 months after an Arkansas man died at a state-run facility, lawmakers are asking DHS some tough questions about what went wrong. THV 11's Carter Thweet gets us up to date on the case surrounding the death of Zachary Moore and explains how DHS is promising changes.
Is his death in vain?
That emotional moment from the mother of 21-year-old Zachary Moore. Moore died at a human development facility in Warren last September after being restrained in a prone position for 13 minutes.
We entered into a settlement with the family for $725,000. We terminated 13 staff members as a result of this, and we changed the administration at the Southeast Arkansas HDC.
Lawmakers weren't satisfied at Wednesday's hearing, pressing DHS officials on how they plan to prevent another tragedy.
Does the Department of Human Services currently have a written standardized restraint protocol?
We do, and that's something the consultants are also looking at and working with our teams on.
Representative Denise Innett asked that question. She called the meeting. This cause is important to her.
I am a mother of a 17-year-old with special needs, and I'm a lawmaker, and my job is to protect the most vulnerable, and that population is the most vulnerable.
Some at Wednesday's meeting, like Representative Jeremy Wooldridge, hoping that will change.
All of it becomes safety protocol training and making sure that those processes are thought about in advance and that they're executed and implemented in the moment.
Despite the settlement and 6 of the 13 fired employees facing manslaughter charges, Moore's family is skeptical.
Money does not bring back Zachary, and I'm here because the next Zachary that is in the facility right now is not safe.
In Little Rock, Carter Thweet, THV 11 News.
DHS tells THV 11 they continue to mourn the death of Zachary Moore and extend their condolences to his family. The agency says outside consultants are now reviewing operations, policies, and safety procedures at the center. Senator John Boozman was among the many touring the real-time crime center here in Little Rock today, touting federal funding that will help improve emergency response and crime prevention that they hope can expand beyond the capital city.
But Little Rock stepping up, being a leader, really does make a difference. You know, Little Rock is our capital. A lot of people look to it for leadership as they see it set up these systems. The system's working, significantly reducing crime. We'll see more and more of that spread throughout the state. And certainly we're committed, many others are committed to that happening.
Little Rock Police Chief Heath Helton also mentioned that the crime center plays an equally important role as improving people innocent of crimes they didn't commit.
From that scene, the Republican senior senator visited the Port of Little Rock, where a new $20 million workforce training center is planned, all part of a partnership between UA Pulaski Tech, the Little Rock Port, and the Little Rock Regional Chamber of Commerce. It's designed to prepare people for high-demand jobs in manufacturing and logistics. And officials say the state-of-the-art facility will feature robotics and automation training. High-voltage linemen will get instruction there as well as customized equipment matched to each of those industries. New tonight at 6, the Arkansas Department of Education launching a new statewide campaign aimed at helping families better gauge their child's reading skills. It's called the Go Beyond Grades campaign. It encourages parents to get more involved after a new survey found 84% of us believe their child is reading on grade level despite concerns about student proficiency statewide. It also highlights support that's available through the LEARNS Act. Also had an important milestone for shoppers that use SNAP benefits today. The USDA published formal rules requiring stores that accept what used to be called food stamps to carry 7 varieties of items across 4 staple food categories.
It's meant to force discount and convenience stores to stock healthier options, and it more than doubles the amount of food available to those using the benefits. The requirements start this fall, just a couple months after state rules restricting soda, candy, and sweets from SNAP spending. That, of course, begins July 1st.
Meanwhile, one of the biggest food drives in the state gets underway this weekend.
Yeah, helping families experiencing food insecurity can be as easy as checking the mailbox. The Stamp Out Hunger Drive is the longest running food drive in Arkansas Food Bank history.
All you got to do is take your non-perishable items you want to give away and then leave them by your mailbox. Put them up in a bag or something. The postal worker or letter carrier will pick them up while they make their rounds, and then the post office will then take them on to the Arkansas Food Bank.
Organizations like the Arkansas Food Bank and many others are working up every day to solve that problem. that problem of ensuring that whether you're an adult or a child, that you do not wake up or go to bed hungry. And the Step Out Hunger initiative that's being led by our Letter Carriers Union makes a difference. We are all in this together.
Last year, more than 60,000 pounds of food were collected and distributed, but leaders say this year they hope to do even better. According to Mayor Scott, hundreds of thousands of people in the state wake up and go to bed hungry over the course of a year.
It's a good time to remind you the T311 Summer Cereal Drive is now underway. To get involved at your workplace or just on your own, just text 501-376-1111 to get involved.